Hey guys, I'm not even kidding. I think we have a new classic on our hands. One of those movies where it will gain a cult following because it's so bad, it's good. This movie. Okay, so Gods of Africa. Geography class, kids, Egypt is in Africa. So Gods of Egypt follows the story of an Egyptian god named Horace, who is the son of Osiris, a powerful king who is loved by all, as it's his time to take the throne and continue the legacy of his family name. That is until Gerard Butler comes during the ceremony to take the crown for himself after he bullies his nephew for a little bit. Horace then gets his eyes ripped out and then goes into exile for feeling the guilt of not saving his father, as Gerard Butler builds this evil empire. Now, protesting this evil tyrannical god, Horace, with the help of a mortal, must bring back peace to the kingdom of Egypt, as Horace goes on a quest for redemption and vengeance. Now, Gods of Egypt, I'm sure it was like that for everybody, because they totally forgot that this movie was even coming out until it got a wide release and it got some attention. Then it came from like the bottom of the barrel, like the asshole of February, so it could make a little bit of cash on the weekends. And a part of me was kind of looking forward to Gods of Egypt in that really guilty pleasure, I hate myself type of way, which was exactly what I got. I had such an awesome time watching this just god-awful monstrosity. I'm gonna have such a great time reviewing this movie. I mean, Gods of Egypt is one of those action-adventure movies that excelled in it being this lifeless and uncharismatic movie that if you look at it from a very critical point of view, you will despise it. But a part of me has to think if this movie was set out to be this all-around dumb shit movie, I think this will be a masterpiece in that. Because I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I had a great time watching this, but I also have to tell you, it's not a good movie whatsoever. Almost everything about it was fake, from the acting, the plot, all the way to the production value. There was nothing to it. It was seriously one plot device after another as this movie jumps from character to character, and this movie tries to make you care about them, but you really don't. Like this guy in the movie, I mean, I think his name is Brenton Thwaites, I think. But anyway, I feel bad for this kid because I can tell that he's trying to make it big in the acting business, but his line delivery about 90% of the movie made me go like, oh my god. He was the prince from Maleficent. He was probably one of the worst things about that movie, but now he's in an entirety of a film with that same god-awful line delivery. I mean, I'm sure Brenton Thwaites is a cool dude in real life, but he needs to fire his agent who keeps putting him in these shit movies. And then you have Jaime Lannister, who's the god that's 10 feet taller than all the mortals. I mean, all the gods in here are basically like this to the humans height-wise, or probably taller because this is a really inaccurate representation of how tall they are. And his acting was just as bad too. I mean, he suffered basically what the main mortal dude suffered from, which was bad line delivery, and plenty more. I will cover that later. And I'd say the only good-ish acting was Gerard Butler. I mean, you can tell that he tried in this movie, but it didn't make me go like, oh yeah, Gods of Egypt is totally awesome now. And the other characters were just as bad too. I mean, you got Chadwick Boseman, who's gonna be Black Panther later. What are you doing in here, dude? You're a lot better than that. I noticed that one scene had real production value that actually took time and effort to put together, but that was like the very beginning of the movie, unfortunately. The rest of Gods of Egypt was this CGI green screen madness where at times it was so bad you could tell that they're being filmed in front of a green screen. It was like edited around them with these CGI monsters and gods that looked incredibly sloppy. Mostly, I mean, some of it looked pretty cool. But if I were to like something about this movie in all seriousness, it would be this grand scale ancient Egyptian mythological land. Because other than that, it's the very definition of a CGI fest that tries to bring this world to life, and it doesn't do that at all. Especially when you see the gods transform into these monsters and you're like, okay movie, you're not helping yourself when you're throwing more shit on screen. And the action was stupid too, but in a really enjoyable way, which was probably one of the main reasons why I enjoyed this movie so much. Because they would film Jaime Lannister or the mortal dude in these really clunky action sequences where there's nothing really special about them. Most of the action sequences would end with them saying these off-the-wall one-liners where you throw your head back and you're like, that is cheesy. But I guess that's what was beautiful about Gods of Egypt, where it was aware that it was so bad, but it embraced it in its entirety. And it kept going on with cheesy everything. I mean, it would eventually be the guilty pleasure movie that I have asked for this year, that Pride and Prejudice and Zombies didn't do. Because in the end, Gods of Egypt is an absolute terrible movie, but because of how bad it is, I had a great time watching it just fall apart. The acting, the plot, just everything about it was a CGI fest. I'm pretty sure they CGI'd Jeffrey Rush in there. But is it worth the price of admission to see how bad it is? Hell no! Don't ever see it in theaters because Gods of Egypt is an absolute abomination to cinema. But if you do the crazy thing to actually watch Gods of Egypt, bring a lot of friends and have a great time roasting this movie. Anyway guys, I want to know what your thoughts are about Gods of Egypt and what is your favorite guilty pleasure movie of all time. Whatever it is, leave it down below. And as always, you can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and all that social media shit down below. Keep in contact with me, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and as always, may the Force be with you. bye.